Nice, 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 nice.
What is up?
What is going on, everybody? You're tuned in to the HVAC nights where how did it go? Where the airflow is always good, the filters are always dirty, and we're ready to turn some wrenches. I don't know. I'm so
Welcome in,
sorry.
everybody.
It sounded weird.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
We're
we're
working
gonna
on it.
have one. I think the filter part's cool. The airflow, maybe, because static pressure.
Yep.
What's your static, son? Yep.
Mike, what is up? Halls, Victor, J.K. Marshall, Refrigeration Devil, Eddie, one man, one man, Freon Leon, the usuals.
Everybody's showing up, showing out. Hoorah!
What's up, Jason? And Music City HVAC.
Ain't seen that name in a minute. Is he always here? I don't know.
He started tuning in. I've seen him lately.
Oh, all of a sudden, he must have just hated us, or at least me. I mean, I'm sure he didn't hate you. It's generally me.
Man, what a week! I'm so tired of all the bullshit.
What? You're tired of the bullshit? I'm tired. Hey, brother, you see my last video? I'm tired of the bullshit.
I was gonna say it was a pretty dope video.
Yeah.
Caught me off guard
I want to hear. What?
No, just you posting it caught me off guard.
Hey, it is what it is. We had to. Whatever. It's out there for the masses now. I want to hear about what you were telling me about earlier today.
Well, we'll have to write the intro down for Jake cue cards.
Yeah, right. Like, no, I was thinking, look, each week we're gonna try something different, see which one hits the most, and then stick with it. So I was trying to think of something different, but like I forgot when we just hit the intro. I was like, shit, we had an intro line, and then I just tried to repeat last week's, and it just didn't go well.
I was gonna leave a comment on that video. Hey, Texas, it's not a bad place.
I love me some TX, brother. Let me tell you that. Never been, but I love it.
It's the best.
That's what I hear, and it's centralized to the states, as they call it.
Clean video, Jake. The ceiling shot was sick.
Thank. Oh no, yeah. I was like, man, that was I always wanted to do one of those. You know what I mean? I was like, and I saw an opportunity and I took it.
It almost felt like one of those little documentary or docu-series type of deal, like just hitting it with different angles and chopping it up.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be polished. You know what I mean? Get it out there, and because I was like, well, there's no other time to do it. Like I had a house to myself, and like, you know what I mean? I could do it with free reign.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not here to fix anything. I'm just here to inspect.
Actually, yeah. As a matter of fact, that wasn't even my job, dude. I just saw the door there. I was like, you know what? This is for sale. I gotta get a video filmed. You know what I'm saying?
Location.
It's where I happen to be, but good times, good times. Texas would be dope though. We'd have to visit. We'd have to visit.
Plenty of work, but it has not slowed down. My dad just brought it up today because I think somebody asked him, like, how are you guys staying busy? Because like a lot of people were complaining. I guess the weather, when it kind of dipped a little bit recently, people were trying to figure out how to stay busy. But honestly, it depends on the company because we do everything and we've tried to expand and it just, it works out. And I do have a new sponsor for like marketing, but I mean, you guys can go check out my channel. The video will be up this weekend.
I was gonna say, bro, the last one I didn't see nothing.
I think
heard you talking about that bag you brought home from AHR, son.
I think it's helped us a lot because I just got another big account that called and we just went out for a walkthrough to give a quote, and it sounds like we're just gonna start getting work from them. I was like, cool, that's a That's one
So,
that has like 19 stores here, so I'm excited for that one.
would you say that somebody starting out on their own, trying to build some clients, it would be a good software to have?
So I've tried a couple because
Yeah, that was
we
a
we
layup,
know
bro.
no, I know, but I need to
I know
set
you're gonna go
set it up.
story time. I know, I know.
I can't just be like, "Hey, go do this."
Hey, hit the
We
buzzer
we
beater, okay?
we know a guy, right, that was doing marketing and he actually did my marketing. Told me how much it was and it was like I was like, "Yeah, I'm not paying that." So,
Is this the guy
the
that I'm
yeah,
thinking of?
the guy.
Okay.
Um so I've had a couple of companies hit me up and I didn't know that these were a thing, right? Like it's like essentially $200 a month, and they do all the marketing. They do your website. It's all professional. They can even take requests, but I have a jobber form that I use, so I prefer that. But they have their own thing that they can set up if you need it. If you don't have jobber, they I just found out that they also have an AI receptionist. They have some sort of
Mm.
invoicing and quoting available in their program, and they can help you with Google Ads. I was like, shit, you guys basically do everything. I was like, cool, and it's for the same price. So I was like, yeah, some guys, can benefit from that. I'm gonna start using it myself, and that's everybody that's called this year and a little bit of last year has been like, I found your website. I love your website. You guys look professional. You guys this and that. That's how we get jobs, and it's just it's the new way to get leads. It's like word of mouth is cool, but this is a little more efficient.
Hmm. So you're saying word of mouth is dying? Is that a hot take, bro? You're
You know,
saying word of mouth is not the way to get leads anymore?
man, I just that I'm completely gonna go blank because I actually had a topic for that too, but I can't think of it right now. Word of mouth is so I wanted to talk about, and this can lean into what I originally wanted to, or what I told you about earlier. So
Mm-hmm.
word of mouth is cool, and but realistically, I was also gonna name this one like HVAC politics, but I didn't end up doing that. But it's also just who you know a lot of the times, right? Like buddy
Facts.
buddy, networking. It's not always your the work that you do, unfortunately. And I'm sure you've seen it too.
Nah, for sure. Straight up, dude. Well, a lot of these cats they'll just pay good money to get in these groups, and
Oh, don't
definitely
get me
get leads
started,
that way.
dude.
Does it pay?
The
I just did.
I
Let's
don't know
go.
if
Come on.
I don't know if you see it because I've heard it plenty of times, and I heard it again recently. Some companies will go to, like, on the commercial side, right? Get a restaurant chain. They'll pay them to only call them, or they'll pay them under the table to give them a cut or something of that nature. Like to managers or area managers, somebody under the owner that's taking a cut to give you work. And I'm like, dude, that's bullshit. I
Yeah.
don't want to be doing that shit.
I mean, can't say I've never, no, I've never done that. But like also another thing is like being exclusive partners, like in an area where only your business can be promoted and flooded in one target audience that say has 25,000 members on it. You know what I mean?
Oh
And it's
yeah.
going to cost you $10,000 to $15,000 annually to get that. People do that too.
Remind me
But
what happened with that one, because I always go back to that one video of yours where you showed up and the other guy was there. I think you actually had to take it down or something, or cut it. Um,
oh yeah, yeah,
they ended up using that
yeah.
company
So
again, right?
they did, yeah. So yeah, I just cut out like the guy in it. Like you couldn't tell it was them. Think everybody's got the same. So the company name, it's similar to this iPhone device. And they were in there. The guy put in 410A and R22, blew up the system. I told the guy what
Oh yeah.
happened. quoted him a new system, and the guy declined us and went with them and said, well, they owned up to their mistake and yada yada yada. Either A, gave them like a free system or super heavily discounted system.
Discounted,
You
yes.
know, you know what I mean? And they're a larger company. They've been around for a hot minute, so they probably had like, great rates. You know what I mean? So
You know,
whatever.
I've seen companies also use used equipment on some of these jobs, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So one way or another, they trick the customer into thinking, they owned it or they owned up to it, and it's like, nah. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just get into my week, right?
Yeah, I want to hear about this one. This
So
one's fun because you was good.
I I was I don't know if you want to call it a third opinion, or I was the second opinion on the second opinion that went out after me. I had to go back, and this always happens. So
They're like, they were second guessing your opinion, and they wanted you to go out and check your own opinion.
I don't know what the hell happened. So here's the thing.
Somebody's phone.
In commercial, there's always bids, right? There's always competition. Sometimes multiple companies will service a certain chain or location, right? So that's cool. That's fine. I noticed the calls just dropping, right? We didn't get as many calls. Anything I recommended, quotes, just nothing was coming through except our maintenance. Now, that maintenance might have got the other company upset, but I can't
Ooh.
not do my job. My job on a maintenance is to clean, like inspect and clean, document, and recommend or point out anything that is wrong with the system. That includes shitty work.
But not limited to.
It doesn't, I don't know who did it. I'm just documenting it, right? But we all know who did it because there's only one other company that services them. Well known here in my area. And
Hey, put them on blast, son. Put them on blast. Who was it?
nah, I don't want to get sued. Anyway, so I documented a few things that I was like, I don't know what's going on here. Wrong compressor installed on an RTU. It was a 2-stage. They put in a 1-stage and just like left a bunch of wires hanging. Capacitor in a box taped up, just hanging by the fan blade over there. So I took my pictures. I have to submit it because it's like if I didn't do that, then I didn't do my job and I could get in trouble. That's the way I think about it. So I don't know if they got upset about that because I had to call them out on a few things. That was just the worst one that I had seen. So they went out to a call that I had fixed, but I have everything in writing. So that's always what covers my ass. So I had a small cooler, and at the time it needed a compressor. It was shorted out, tripping the breaker. It needed the damn thing. I didn't do the call. My guys went out and got it. Our supply house has like 2 or 3 super smart people that do all the retrofitting, anything with design, sizing, anything cross-reference, anything that like if they can't get it to work, then nobody can. Like they're super smart. So like we always go directly to them if we have to get a replacement. And if anybody knows compressor changeouts, typically those compressors, every few years you got a new compressor, a new model. It's sometimes, for me at least, it's always like an obsolete compressor that, for some reason they have a new version of it and it looks different, especially on like coolers and stuff. So we had to get a replacement. The old one's obsolete. My guy got it. He installed it. He needed help with it. So then I got stuck like finishing the job and it worked. Replaced a couple of solenoids. I think a TXV. We're good. Once we got it going, I told them it's acting a little funny. I think your TXVs, because it has 3 in total. I was like, I think one of your other ones inside is acting up. I would need to see which one it is. Last thing I heard, right? Or told them. So this second opinion goes, I got so pissed. Says that I put in the wrong compressor. Right?
Sons of bitches.
I was like, funny enough, I had just said that about them. So
Yeah.
said I put the wrong compressor in. It needs a bigger compressor. The guy was forwarding me the message and the picture he sent.
Mm-hmm.
He sent like a listing and he's circled it like it's a 3/4 horsepower compressor. The one that's in there is too small. And I looked at it and I looked it up myself. I was like, that compressor is obsolete, dude. They don't sell that one. You have to get a cross-reference replacement. That's what we put in. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, you know what? I'm going to call manufacturer. I called Randell. Now, I called after hours. I had to call the after hour tech support, right? This was funny in itself.
You was that bad. He was so pissed.
It was 5:30. It was 5:30. I was No, the guy answered immediately.
Oh, yeah.
But this was a funny story in itself, right? Because he sounded very annoyed. And he's like, because I was like, hey, I got this unit. I can give you the model serial number. I just need some confirmation on what compressor it originally had because we don't have it anymore. I didn't take a picture of it. I wasn't the one that did that job. And, I need to cross-reference and verify what we put in. I can't do that. I'm not at the office. I'm not at my desk. Sounded very annoyed. He's like, you're gonna have to call back tomorrow. I don't know what to tell you. Like, he was like upset. I was like, dude, cool. I'm not here to hassle you. Like, I just hung up, right? Calls me back 5 minutes or a couple minutes later. Dude, I'm sorry. He's like, you know what? He told me I was literally walking out of the office when you called. I had just packed up and this and that. And I guess I rang his cell phone or whatever. And, he's like, I just told myself to walk back in and help you out. So he's like, what do you need? Got him the information. Told him to read me back the compressor, model numbers, whatever.
Did you record this conversation?
No, I didn't. I should have. And I forgot that you can do that now. Because like one of the part numbers, I was like, dude, repeat. I had him repeat it like 3 times. And I was like, oh, you know what? That's the compressor we have in there. He's like, nope, that's the one that goes in. Don't worry about it. You're good. Because I told him a little bit about what happened. And he's like, that's the right compressor. He's like, manufacturer, that is the compressor, right? So I was like, okay, I just don't like to be called out for bullshit that's not true. Mm-hmm. So went ahead and told the guy, I was like, dude, manufacturer's telling me that's the right compressor. That company's trying to stir up some bullshit. So I don't know what to tell you. If he wants to put in a bigger compressor, because that was his solution, we need a bigger compressor. Let him do it. I actually wanted to see him do that. I wanted to go back and see that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So, yes, Mike, it's a make line. It has 3 TXVs and 4 evaporators. So I was like, you can say anything you want about me, but I don't lie and I don't do bullshit work. So I was like, you can pay him to put a bigger compressor in. That's your money. Do whatever you want, but that is the right compressor per manufacturer, right? If you put a bigger one in, you're going to cause other issues, and I would love to actually see that.
Hey, I'm down for that. Please, actually do it. I'll pay him to do it. You know what I mean?
So guess what I found today?
Then you can pay me. Would you find something?
So they said that compressor that I put in would never keep up. That's why it's not cooling. The managers and that guy that like calls in the work, they all said he's been putting in refrigerant every couple of weeks. So he's been there a lot apparently. Putting in refrigerant every couple of weeks, and he says that compressor won't keep up. It'll never cool. Every time he goes, it gets worse and worse. Please come back.
Oh, what? Yeah.
So I got there. The compressor was icing over. And I filmed today, so eventually it'll come out.
It'll come to that, baby.
Compressor iced over. They had already emptied it out, so it was very easy for me to go in there and remove all the panels to check the TXVs, like I had recommended. One of them completely shut. And I tried to take the bulb out, tried to warm it up, couldn't get it open. There was no adjusting it or anything, right? So I was like, dude, that TXV that I warned you about completely gave out. There's 2 in there that are really old. We should change them both out. and you'll be good as new because it already has a new compressor, everything new outside. So I did that today because it got approved right away. I did that today.
Right.
Everything got to temp super quick. So I took all my pictures, sent it to him, and I was like, send it to your guy that said it would never cool.
Yo, let's go. See, yo,
I was just
Mm.
pissed.
Yo, you wished Homeboy was on the job site, didn't you?
I ran into him once there at that location, but I think he was working on the water heater or something. And I was like, I will, and I told him. Well, no, I didn't tell him. I was going to tell him. I told him all this other shit, but like I was going to tell him, you know, if tell him I said, you know, that's bullshit work. Like the bullshit here, the bullshit at the other one with the scroll compressor. Tell him that what I said. I would love to talk to him.
Yeah. Hey, just get next time. Just leave a business card right inside the fucking panel, bro. Say, call me. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Do some
You can't
some
figure
petty
it out?
shit, man.
Call me.
Yeah, I got you, dude. Oh, I had a week too, man. So there was a point yesterday. So I went and helped. We did the install yesterday, right? And of course, you know, installs can never just be fucking smooth. Like we got it. The system was there at 10. We had everything ready to go by 1 o'clock. Go to start it up. It's one of these new side discharge communicating systems on his own. I'm not getting my Y call. Turns out, like, I hooked up red. It's got a transformer outside. I hooked up red outside, blew the fuse. Shit. And like, oh, it's like one of them special fuses. So cut it, splice in the inline fuse. I'm calling my boy Joe. Joe, what's going on? You know, you can't hook up the red. I'm like, why can't you hook up red? Da da da. Anywho, get that done. We didn't have a Y call. There was a splice that was like buried. Cut it out, fixed it. Bad wire. You know, but you're chasing that shit, right? You're up and down, up and down. And I was with George, and George wasn't, you know, George is old, you know, he ain't much help there. And I'm like, yo, if you stay down here, I'll call you. Let's change some wires. You know what I mean? Finally figured it out, and it was like, it wasn't too late. It was like 4 o'clock by the time it was all done, like cleaned up and everything. And I was supposed to do a condenser fan motor. But last week I went out there on a Thursday. I told the customer, it has to be ordered in. It's the ACM motor. It'll be here Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll get out here next week. It's spring break. So I told the homeowner's wife, right? So this guy's blowing up the phone on Wednesday saying that I was going to be there on Wednesday, yesterday, to install that motor. And he took off work and he used PTO to be there. And I'm like, I'm fuming. I'm like, yo, that's fucking bullshit. Tell him I'll come the next day. Like, it was like 60 degrees yesterday. They didn't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have my fucking phone out. I'm gonna record this shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, don't ever say that I said I was gonna be here to stay, especially when you weren't the guy that was like, I didn't speak to you. Like you weren't here, like to even say. He said he told me he was gonna be here. You know what I mean? And I was just very annoyed and pissed off, especially just the way things have been going. I was just like, but he was, and again, I get there, he's not even there. It was his wife. I was so it worked out. It was probably for the good, you know what I mean? But it's like just the shit some of these people expect from you, you know what I mean? Like this guy telling you, no, no, he put the wrong thing in. No, I damn well put the right thing in. Or he said he was gonna be here. No, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like don't make me out to be a liar.
Yeah, I have
You know?
another one that's like that. He just likes to give us a hard time. One of our guys just left the location like at the end of the day. He's like, "Were you supposed to be here for like a switch or something on the ice cream machine?" I was like, "No." He's like, "The manager said you were gonna like come over." Like he said that I was gonna be there. I was like, "I never said that shit." So tell him that I'll write it down and schedule it, but I never gave like a day that I was going.
Confirmation. Yeah.
And this is a guy that I wasn't sure if he was going to pay. So I was like, even less of a chance
Oh
of me
yeah.
just going and doing it for free, right? So I was like, yeah, it's on the list. We'll get to it when we get to it. But that's just one of those. And one of our guys doesn't like him. I didn't like him at first either. He's just one of those managers that gives you a hard time because he's over your shoulder. He's trying to like. Last time I went over for a run cap on a small machine, and it was a 45. Well, that's what it had. I just put that in there because the thing is like falling apart. I don't even see any labels. And he's like, "Oh, I got those. I got capacitors. I ordered like all the parts that I thought it would need, and this and that." And I went to go look, and they were the wrong. I was like, "Dude, those are the wrong size." I was like, I don't want to put them in because you're gonna call me back that it doesn't work." So I was like, but
Yeah,
he's one of those, right? He buys little things, capacitors, and he says he knows a thing or two or whatever. So I was like,
those are the best.
yeah.
I'm sure you do, bud. Yeah. Oh man. Yo, it was a whirlwind, man. That one pissed me off though. So I get it.
Yeah, let me know if our audio is good. I know I think they said I was too close to the mic, backed up a little bit.
Who, me or you?
Me.
Oh, all right.
Did you see that comment?
Jake, are you doing a? I can't see the
Left my
quotations.
company.
Video. Oh, like, will I be? No, I don't know. Like right now, the plan is like I'm here until I'm not. You know what I mean? And it could be like this for fucking a year. It could be like this for 2 weeks. It could be the next day. I don't know. Um, I just am. I am where I am right now.
Oh,
Oh
my volume is
God,
too high.
who what what does he say?
Uh, some HVAC influencer quitting his job to focus on social media. Who have we seen do that?
We forgot he's
Homie,
a what?
he's demographic or his
Facts, bro.
demographic.
Like ain't that what we always say?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, who was it, bro? I know what the only one I remember like at some point was Dave,
There.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, I know there was somebody.
But I
He
mean, does
he hit
he
me up
does he
recently.
count? I mean, I seen him in your comments, bro. Bitchin'.
I don't know if he watches this
Like,
show, but he accidentally texted me about some concrete work. I'm like, dude, you text the wrong Mexican. I'm sorry.
yo, yo, just because I'm brown, dog, don't mean I'm out here doing the work, you know?
He's like,
That's
oh,
funny.
sorry. How have you been?
Oh shit.
Well, I just thought it was
Nah,
funny.
man. If it comes to it, I'll do it, right? It'll be a cool video.
Call him out. I forgot to mention. I did mention in the video that I recorded. Uh, realized why they put up with the shitty work though. They are related to one of the area
Ah,
managers.
bruh. Always some shit. Yeah, I got a nephew that it's like that stupid ass what's that video? My grandson came and did yeah, when did his house burn down? Well,
Yeah.
about 2 years ago. How did you you know what I mean? It's that damn thing. It's always the and you know what? When I run into issues going if I am the second opinion and I don't want to degrade the previous tech in any way. Either
No.
they didn't know or they just were bad at their job or but when it gets to a point where they're calling you out for being wrong, obviously, and
Oh, that's where I got
kind of
pissed too.
questioning exactly. But for the most part, I feel like I mean, there's a lot of guys don't know what the hell they're doing, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that
And
was
you
my
hate to
thing.
see it for a customer. Like, nah, yeah, like no, the compressor is right. Your valves are bad. Sorry, my quote was high. You got them out here, and your cousin Eddie doesn't know what he's doing. You know?
Well, and that's always a difficult part because even we had another one. The 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 new technicians we have been great. It's just I tell my
Hmm.
dad it's growing pains, right? They don't know everything. They don't know what they don't know. Um, so we've had them on maintenance. I've been trying to point out things that they should do or how to do things, and I can't be with them every second either. But every now and then they have we've had so many stupid things go wrong after the fact after they leave, and it's like,
Hmm.
well, that wasn't really anything that we touched, but you're
And
you're gonna get blamed for it. So that just happened the other day too, because they left. And I was actually
Oh.
there. I should have stayed, but I didn't. They finished a maintenance on a walk-in box. They turned everything back on and they took off to the next one. And then like the next morning, I believe they said our walk-in is down, and you can see because they sent us the like the wherever they submit their requests, like the little picture like of the
Mm-hmm.
temperature, and then on the bottom it said the AC guys were here yesterday and they touched this and now it doesn't work. I was like, shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
And
was very convinced that it was like a breaker off or disconnect off or something, right? Because I'm like that. Like, what else could it be, right?
yeah.
Our senior tech went out there to help. To no, the guys were busy. Our senior tech went out there because I was like out of town, uh, doing more maintenance. Or we're trying to finish, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
calling them like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they didn't have a ladder to get on the roof, but I was like, "I think it's a disconnect or something, right?" Freak accident. Some wire came off in the terminal block
Yeah.
in the evap, and I was like, how does that happen? Like
We
we didn't
weren't
even
even there.
touch
Yeah.
that part. Like they cleaned the
Yeah.
fans and they cleaned the coil, but this one has side panels that we don't really mess with. And on older systems, I
Yeah.
tell them do not touch or do not disassemble like older systems because you could make it worse. Like some of these are really
Yeah.
old.
Oh,
So
facts.
so our senior tech was like, this looks like it was on purpose. Somebody came and pulled it. I was like, don't say that. Don't tell them that. Just, make sure they understand that we didn't do it and it was a freak accident.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
dude,
want
we
to
had
talk
two
shit
scenarios.
about
Like,
them, you know?
yeah. So we had one. I was I where was I? Okay, so last week I had Zeke the plumber, right? I was busy. I was doing something. I said, "Hey, bro," and he didn't have any work that day, so I had a two system maintenance. I was like, "Hey, you want to run this? Don't worry, don't gauge up. Da da da. Check everything." He's good enough. He checks it all. He writes in the notes, "Hey, dude, this capacitor's weak. It was a 35.5. It was reading like 30 or whatever, 30 and 3." So customer calls in Tuesday and was like, "Our system's been running for 20 hours straight every day, not shutting off." I'm like, "Hey, Zeke, you put all the wires on, right?" He's like, "Yeah." He goes, "I double checked it all." I was like, "Bet, okay." And then I was like, looked in the notes. The office staff here tends to change the notes from like what we do,
Oh
kind of
yeah.
uses the AI stuff. So some of the stuff gets lost in translation. But it ended up saying like, "Will monitor the capacitor for following visit." Right. So I was like, "Yeah, it's the capacitor." George goes, puts it in, it's the cap, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, so that's one scenario similar to that where like coincidences, right? Like, he was just here for maintenance, now it doesn't work. And
I hate
then
that. That's the
this is a
one fear
weird
that I
one.
have with maintenance is like
Yeah.
we're there
Something just
un
goes, yeah.
like we're there and obviously nothing was called in and then like you leave and something goes bad.
It's broken, like, damn it. And it's like just a freak coincidence or,
Yeah.
you know, another one. This was a weird one. So I get called out to a system. I sold it back in November. And it's been a nice temperatures here, but we had like some high 80s last week, and the lady calls says the air conditioner just never worked. I haven't called because it's been nice out. I'm like, all right. Well, I said, Dev, you got a year warranty. You call us as much as you want, right? So
Yeah.
I go out there. The common is pulled off of the contactor. Like it was off. I'm like, you know what I mean? So we had subcontractors do the job, and the way handlings have been, like, I don't know, like maybe these guys didn't get paid on time or something and they came back and like disconnected it, or I
See,
was
that's
just
and that's what my senior tech, because my senior tech has been at multiple companies. He's like, I've seen this
hmm
before. I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I was like,
yeah, that's why I'm
I
like,
don't
yo,
know.
so someone came through, pulled off this wire because it wasn't like it was off, like, you know what I mean?
That's
And I'm
exactly how
like,
this
and
one
she said
was.
it. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, they went back like the next day because they didn't get paid and then pulled the wire off or something, you know what I mean? And then she just never called. It was just weird. So
Yeah.
similar to your
So
wire that
yeah,
popped off the evat.
yeah, and I asked because they put it back. I was like, was it maybe it was loose, right? Like that was it loose when you put it back on? Maybe it was just like you need to, you know, do a new connection or tighten it. He's like, nope, super snug. Went back in place, snapped in. It's like, fuck. How did that come off?
Yeah. Freak shit, man. And touch base with her this week. She's been good. It's like, this ain't no doggone way, you know?
Yeah, and then our senior tech was like, oh, it's war now. That's because you started talking about them, and now they're talking about us. I was like, I'm not gonna start that conversation. I was like, you tell the customer what you found. Can't blame us. Do not say anything bad about them. Let's move on, right? And
that's it, man.
And that's like JJ here. We were always told not to bash other companies. It's hard sometimes not to say whoever you had here was working on this was a dipshit, though.
Yeah, like straight up, bro. Like, you can only just be so nice.
Yeah, Devil. I always view other companies as family. I wish we were all fighting the same war. There's enough money for all of us. Never bash each other. Challenge yourself.
Yo, how many times though you just like they the ops, bro? Like y'all both at like you at the light, they're on the other side, and I'm just like looking and then like seeing if they're looking, and like when
Every
I drive by,
time
I
I
want to
see a van or somebody in the same
yo
building,
straight up.
right?
And this is how I know somebody's serious about what they do. If they're looking at you as you're driving past them, like about to pass them, and they're looking, oh, they mean business. But most of the time, them dudes, they just drive and they don't
I
care.
don't give a
Me, I'm like,
shit.
brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat you to that job though. Yo,
Yeah.
peep this one. Sorry, go ahead. We
No,
got
go ahead.
went to a job to do an estimate the other day too. Another guy came at the same time. Whatever it is, they're selling Duquesne, bro. If I lose to a guy selling Duquesne, I need to go. And
Dude, hey, we put one in a few years ago.
I'm not.
I was like, "What the
terrible,
fuck is
like,
this?"
straight up, dude. Like, and they had that shit plastered on their truck. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, this is. So I asked the lady, like, I asked the good questions, like, hey, what's the budget you're looking for? You know, what I mean, I want to know what money you want to spend. I want to ask all those questions. Hey, what type of system or like requirements are you looking for and stuff like that. But so I did all that while the dude was there. After I heard him say, I walk in, she's like, yeah, we can go up to maybe like a 16 series, but you don't need to go any higher than that. Like, really, they're all the same. She's like, yeah, well, I want something that's reliable. Because no, these things are meant to break down. They're gonna break down on. I'm like, bro, like, just garbage ass. Like I wouldn't say salesman shit. Like that's not even like good, like technician. Like nah, dog. Like you install it properly. You do the proper procedures, right? And you get a for the most part, yes. Some of these systems components can be the same. Yada yada yada. But to sit there and be like, nah, it don't matter. I'm like, how many jobs? She's like, yeah, I'll have my wife text you and get your email address, and then I'll send over some estimates. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I probably lost to it. I probably lost the job. You know what I mean? That's probably who they went with. You know? Oh man,
Freaking Tito.
shit cracked me up.
Tito. Funny enough, it's the guy that interviewed you for a podcast.
Oh shit!
It was one of the first ones I listened to. Anyway, okay, you were talking about that. Man, I had something.
Yeah, I cut you off. Yeah, you did. That's
No. I was gonna
remember mine.
I was gonna wrap it up with like what I was talking about because, like today my dad was asking, how the job went. I was like, dude, because it happened yesterday when I got called out, and today I was finished doing the job. I was like, it took me 5 minutes to find the problem. So
yeah,
I'm not saying it's a shitty company or shitty tech. Like you said, maybe they don't know better. I have no idea. It's just, that with all the evidence that I've given them, I was like, I feel like all of my, any service that I do, any repairs that I do, I'm very transparent. This is what we did. This is what was bad. This could go bad. And I always tell them stuff maybe that they don't need to worry about, right? Like, don't go replacing the equipment. Don't go replacing this. Like, just let it ride out, right? And I'm like, I feel like I'm very honest with my shit. So, yeah, seeing some of the work, I'm like, how do they get away with it? But I just try not to say shit. I'm like, it's hard sometimes though, because you see this stuff and I'm like, what were they thinking? This is the same company, I think, that was wiring in blower motors backwards. And I was there scratching my
Whoa.
head like, this is a weird issue. And then I opened the panel and I'm like, let me just go through the wiring. Freaking three
Yeah.
phase going the wrong way. I was like,
You're like,
oh, there it is. How many
it's
times
just
do I have to
sucking in all that
find
air.
how many times do I have to find these
Yeah.
stupid mistakes to showcase that
Bro, do you ever feel like
maybe they shouldn't be
you're
calling
on
this
one of
company?
those John Keonis things, right? The what would you do to like seeing if you're really gonna fix it and tell them like yo, you're like it can't be this idiotic that somebody did this. You're looking around like, all right, well, this is our problem. You know what I mean?
My
Oh
video
man,
from this weekend
mm-hmm.
is going to be one where I had to take back everything I said and give them the honest repair. I will say
Whoa.
that
Oh,
because
oh.
I fucked up.
Uh, okay. Hey, I
I just can't do that. Like, and it's like if I go and say some shit like you need a new unit, you got a expensive compressor, you got something that's not repairable, and then they get a second opinion because obviously it happens, and they say this guy
yeah.
was lying to you. My whole reputation is out the door.
Yo, facts. I'm like, yo, what's gonna end up happening is like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna misdiagnose the shit out of it, right? And they're gonna be like, well, I had this other guy come out here and he told me this, and somehow my name's gonna get brought up, and then like this other guy's gonna happen to maybe like watch us, you know what I mean? Like our shit on YouTube or whatever, and they're like,
Oh
oh, is it this
yeah.
guy? And like, oh, you know what I'm
I was
saying?
gonna and I was gonna say because I even said that in like the video I did today because I was like again pissed off. I was like, I document my work for people on the internet to watch. I am not doing bullshit work.
Nah. Nah, son. I feel that. I feel that, dog. I feel that one.
No, and I was today after my dad was asking me, he's like, "How did you figure it out so quick?" And they were there for weeks and they never suggested a valve or anything. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like I like some stuff goes over people's heads. They go over immediately to like it's the compressor. They don't check the
Yeah.
airflow. They don't check little things here and there. They don't check
You
superheat. Like,
know, but how many times, we go out there and we've ran into the same call numerous and
yeah, yeah,
somehow it you're out there for a minute, right? Trying to diagnose this, and you're like, by the time hour two's there and you find it and you're like, it
yeah.
was that simple, right? But
Believe
then
me,
the difference is
the video this
we wait to
weekend.
get to those conclusions. Yeah, you wait to get to that conclusion though. You know what I'm saying? Like you dedicate that time. Like these guys are like, compressor gotta go. You know what I mean? And
It's
then
like
they would have put that shit in and
it's like with other stuff, right? Like you have a bad switch, safety, whatever it is, right? That's all it is. Put it in, button it up, and get out of there. Did you have a dirty
mm-hmm.
coil, plugged up coil? Did you have something else, bad cap? Whatever it is, like something caused, something to happen there,
Yeah.
and that's maybe my rates are cheap. We are 105 an hour right now. We
Yeah.
are not
Like, hey,
expensive.
y'all better buy it. Y'all better use this up now.
So like
Right.
the only thing that gets a little bit pricey on my end is that I do take an extra hour or so to check things right or wait till it drops temp and wait to see, that it's
Mm-hmm.
working, do all my checks here and there. That's the only thing that takes longer. I was like, we don't have a trip fee. We don't have any extra fees that we add on. It is just
Right.
time and material because our competition is cheap. So I got to make sure that we're competitive. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know why they're not calling me if to me, the price difference isn't that much.
That astronaut. Yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing that video, man. I wanna give us a little teaser, bro.
It's the one where I bought a puller for. So
Mm.
I don't I work on belt driven motors
Mm-hmm.
99% of the time. And this one threw me off. and I messed up. I
bro.
was like, yeah,
I went to one the other day, probably 2 weeks ago. The motor mount, like not like actual motor, but the bracket it sits on, it's cracked down on the one side. I said, we got to replace it. This is going to end up just like snapping, and that motor's going to be like, they ain't called. They ain't call, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be I mean, a halfway, expensive repair, but that shit is. I'll send you a picture. It is like hanging on by like a quarter inch, but it is like quarter-inch steel.
see the whole trip thing, right? I try to keep it simple, but I do
Hmm.
charge the time to get there, right? If it takes me
Okay.
an extra 30 minutes, whatever it is, it
So do you
gets
actually do it? So do you do that by like literally like? Do you do it by 15 minutes, half hours, or hour? Like, what do you do?
try to do half hour, but sometimes I might round it up to the nearest hour, you know.
So what if you did it like this, bro? Just automatically flat rate, no matter what. It was just a 105 to get out there,
Hmm.
and then you could
Well, it's a minimum.
deduct that from in a way. Okay, so you got a minimum. Okay,
Yeah, if I go out there for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm still charging the hour. So,
yeah.
I mean, for me, it is good to be efficient and to get in and out if I have these like stupid calls. But I was like, I charge that because I try to keep it simple. But I did have one customer recently. It's the only one because they have budgets and stuff that
Yep.
they're like, can we see a breakdown, right? The infamous breakdown.
The worst, bro. Like,
Because why did you charge us an hour and a half if you were only here for an hour and 5 minutes, or I don't know what it was. I was like, yeah, it took me 20 minutes to get out there from where I was. I was like, I don't charge you a trip fee, but I include it in the time. And I think that's more
yep.
beneficial to you. I'm missing out on a trip fee, right?
Correct. Yep.
Uh, so he kind of wanted it broken. I was like, dude, if you want a breakdown and you want me to lay it out like that, everybody's getting a trip fee and you're going to end up paying more. I was like, that's
Yeah.
fine. I'll
Like
do it.
yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah, let's go. Like, oh well, you put it that way.
Now we charge for everything. We do have fees for recovery, for torches, vacuums, like all that gets put in there because all that shit is expensive now. But if I'm just going out there
So
to
when
rewire something, it's I don't charge much.
just hourly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I like that. That's good, bud.
Hey,
I can understand it.
it's
And
worked.
it's worked.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why it's like, why change it? Everybody else will tell you a different way to doing things, everything nowadays,
And it depends on
everybody's
where
an
you're at.
expert, bro.
Yeah, and it depends on where you're at
Yeah,
because I have a
exactly.
buddy that started his company, right, and he's right under
Mm-hmm.
what we charge, and I'm like, yeah, you're good. I mean, that's what you want to charge. Go for it.
When
Again,
you
I'm
can, you
not.
got less things to have to
Yeah.
worry
And he
about.
was charging half, not half, but like less than what we were charging on refrigerant per pound. And I was like, well, that one
Oh,
we
that's
keep,
the guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, we keep a little bit higher because it fluctuates. So I don't want to be, changing the price every week. But
Mm-hmm.
they got after him, or they were giving him a hard time because he was expensive. I was like, dude, you are way cheaper than us. I was like, you're good. But
Yeah.
it's the
Like,
places that he was
yeah, what?
getting, right. Like he was starting out
Yeah.
smaller places.
Yeah.
You know how they are.
No, straight up, bro. Like, those are the ones you got. That's who you gotta watch out for. You know what I'm saying? You pick and choose.
Yeah, so
Mm.
all that and all that's going up, like I mentioned, because I don't even want to check anymore on brazy rods. I was like, I bought some. I already cried about it.
Yeah, dude. I'm still holding on to that one that I got. That was 185. I was like, hell yeah. I felt good about that.
I was so
Like, I'll
pissed
take
because I
it.
told guys on this show, go buy the solder weld. It's less. It was like $200 or something,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
It was a lot
I
cheaper.
forgot to buy it.
Uh,
And then I
I
went
think,
back and
and
he
Lance though,
he already raised it.
I was gonna say, he's trying to sell it under 300. He said, "What's it at? Is it
No,
above three now? Almost
it's
four?
four. Yeah,
Man, man.
it had to go up eventually.
God damn, man. I get all mad, like, he lied to me. I should, I can't even put out the video that I did with him at AHR because that's what he said the price was, you know? And that was a month ago. Already up.
Today's price is not yesterday's price.
So, woo! You preaching, brother.
I love that quote. That the little meme. Like today's
Yeah.
price, and that's with everything. Everything's changing. We have to. I think I'm happy where we're at on pricing. I'm gonna evaluate this
Hmm.
year because this has been like a quite the year for certain prices. The we got those same. I forgot who it was that sent them out, but we got the same um, things where manufacturers were like, oh, it's a 7% increase or whatever
Yep.
percentage, and they all just came in. I was like, shit, okay, pricing is gonna be up this year.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Eddie
what was
has
I gonna
real
say?
quick. Eddie has 6 packs of brazing rods. Anybody want to trade for a press tool?
Yo, right? That's that's one thing. It's like you think about it, bro. It's like you with the press tool, you're done. Brazen rods. If you add up the cost, you buy a pack of brazen rods, right? I don't know how long. I feel like I only buy like two a year or something. I'm pretty efficient with my brazen rod, so I guess that wouldn't matter. But that's $800 right there. You know what I mean? Just say you buy three
Yeah,
three packs, 4 pack every quarter, because I don't do a lot of that. I'm sure other guys probably buy a pack a month. 400, bro. That's the cost of a press tool, and that's paid
I
for once
wish
though.
I wish we could use it more, but it's not there yet. Just the tight spots.
Well, they got them rings now, big dog. Kurt got them. You saw it.
I would love to just use it on like a majority of the stuff, but it's always like different pipe. I would have to get like reducers and different
Yeah.
things, or like
I was,
I
yeah,
change TXV sometimes, so like that stuff it's hard to press.
for sure. And I mean, you're gonna be dealing with quarter inch. I don't know. Do they have quarter inch press? Like they
They
go that
do,
small? Oh
they
wow.
do. I
I
have
mean,
some.
hey, is that Nipco?
Yeah,
Oh, shout out to Nipco, bro, with their
I've
patent
used them.
pending.
No issues.
I did that side discharge I was talking about the other day. Would have been perfect for um a press fitting because on the Rude RD18s they don't have a bell fitting on the end, so it's just a long stubbed out piece. And but where they put it is such a shitty angle because they're like the units here, right? Well, no, let's get this like this, and then the pipes like are parallel to the unit, so they don't stick out. So when you're brazing, like I didn't burn it, I did a good job, but George did one and he burnt the side of the unit. But it's easy not to, or easy to do that. You know what I mean? But it would be perfect for a press, man.
Yeah, they're man.
Ideally.
Yeah, like I would like to use more because the walk-in boxes that I change out and stuff like that, they have those the two service valves. They're kind of like the AC valves, um,
Mm-hmm.
with the bells and everything. They're just stacked on top of each other, right? So they're just right there, super close.
Mm-hmm.
So even brazing sucks because it is like in this little corner of the unit, and it's very easy to burn all the metal, the panel, everything, and you know you can't really fit a torch. You have to be really good at brazing. So I still try to do most of those just because I don't want to be there
Yeah.
all day. And even for myself, I hate doing it. So like for that, I would gladly, start using press, but it's just it hasn't. They have the bells on them, and I don't want to cut them off. I don't want to do any
Yeah.
weird modifications because you fuck up. There's no turning back.
Yep. Yep. I was like, yeah, I'll just keep riding it out. Like I've only pressed a few times. It's just more efficient
With
and
the
time
Mueller,
consuming ish. Yeah, so I got the ACR, the Streamline
aren't they
Mueller,
like
the double O
longer?
rings.
Yeah.
They got the tight radius. They have the long radius and the regular.
Oh, see, that's
And they
what I
got a little
didn't
bit more
like
extra.
about a certain brand. I just felt like they were because people were like, "Oh, the long
Huge.
radius, this and that." I'm like, I
Yeah.
really don't care. I just need it to fit.
Nah, straight up, dude. Because like a lot of like the stuff we'll do, like if they're in closets, people they'll like butt them up against the door, and
Yeah.
like it's just enough for the door to close. You put one of those, you ain't gonna be able to do it.
I was gonna say either way, if you're brazing that, you're just gonna do a sharp 90 and braze it in anyway.
Call it a day.
So I was like, why do I don't know.
Straight up,
Some people care about that.
I do. I care. What you got? What you seeing?
No, just going through the chat. They're talking about the prices of different things. Mike had asked me earlier about the condition of the make line. I warned that customer that they might have micro leaks, but my leak detector did not pick it up. I don't think it has a leak that will cause it to leak out
Sorry,
because
guys.
it did have pressure, but I was like, it's good enough. The guy just does not want to buy a new system. See, the problem I have, and I told him, it's when I did I didn't even want to do the compressor on that one because I told my guys
Mm,
you should have condemned it because I know it's going to have issues, which it did have the TXV and all that other stuff. And
yeah,
I was trying to tell him like this is an older system. It's one compressor, four evaporators. I was like when they all run, that's a lot of heat rejection. It's going to fluctuate in temperature when they're all running or when they're cycling on and off. I was like, if you notice all the new units that you've bought that you replaced, like these old ones with, it's three compressors for three sections. I was like, that's nice, that's what you need, but
yeah,
putting more money into it.
yeah. That's some people would do, bro. I don't get it. I mean, I
And I feel
guess what
bad
you can just,
because
I
like
don't know.
that other place that I have, a lot of the kitchen ACs are not working, and I haven't gotten any calls to fix them, except for one, which is the video that I'm talking about this week.
Yeah, just pay
They
me. I'll
never
fix them all. You
they
know,
never care about the cooks.
suck it up. We form a union for them, bro.
Yeah, and I've just it's been busy. I've done a lot of refrigeration work and I enjoy it, but I'm trying to get the guys to do more. I just like I said today, we're talking to with another big account, and it's like it looks like we're gonna get some more work very soon. But yeah, I still jump behind the
Good
unit
man.
and start ripping things apart. Just I'm like I'll fix it, whatever. But I know I shouldn't be. I
Yeah.
should be training more. I should be getting the guys to learn more and stuff like that.
Nah, you're a gatekeeper, bro. That's what you're doing.
Gatekeeper.
You ain't trying to help the next generation. Yeah, you ain't trying to let the next guys come up. You afraid to go take your job. Be like, I am their job. Like, oh man. Shit, I wish I would have paid attention when people were working though back in the day, man. I just I didn't. I could be a lot further along than where I am. But we'll accept it.
Yeah, it's funny that you say gatekeeper because everybody was talking about the AHR video that I did. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
let's just put it all out there, right? Because you see so many influencers
Yeah.
now, and
Mm-hmm.
we've had our own issues with certain brands, and they're trying to take
Mm-hmm.
advantage of some of the kids out there. Free hats,
I just let
free
it. Yeah. Free
whatever.
hat. Yeah. Like, no, no, no. That's not gonna work. But know your worth, son.
In any
That's a good
aspect.
one. If y'all didn't catch that, Adrian made $12,100, bro.
Will I make that
After
next year? I
all
have no idea.
expenses were paid. I know it's hard to, but like you said in the video, you're like, no, I'm not saying I won't go. Shit, if I get a payday like that, like dog, I made,
Yeah, but if I
including
don't get a
like
payday, I'm not going.
not facts. That's that like, but at the same time, it could turn into something. Like, you know what I mean? It's such a good facilitating like
I'll
thing.
talk to you about another one that I had emailed me today.
Dope
Drop
marketing.
drop a like before everybody
Hey,
dips out.
hey, yeah. Did y'all drop a like?
I don't
I
think
can't
I don't
see
think
how
they did.
that works.
I only see 8.
Well, it ain't gonna hurt. What does everybody say? Hey, it's free. It's free, and you get 7 years of good luck.
Well, we'll end on. I was looking for a question. We'll end on this one. Refrigeration Devil is asking, "What is our opinion on wet rag? He tried it, too messy. Went back to paper towels."
uh, if we're talking about refrigeration technologies, I do like their wet rag. Um, in terms of the malleability, like it is a little bit messier. Solder weld is a little bit more dense, so you can definitely get like a more of a putty substance. But I do like the wet rag in term. But he's right. It is like a wet rag, like a disposable wet rag. But I still use paper towels.
I will say, you can, New Calgon also makes a heat blocking putty, right? So, New Calgon offers the putty, the paste, which I use for dryers, just to cover the
I'm not
paint,
using that shit.
and the spray gel. I actually have a video. I don't know. It's somewhere on my
Hmm.
computer. I had to braze around insulation, and that shit caught on
Hmm.
fire. So I went back and hit it
Okay.
with the thermal trap gel, and I could braze in there as much as I wanted to. It just blocked the heat.
Did you on the installation you sprayed it with it, or did you use the tube? Like it looked like a toothpaste tube, right? That's a Ducalgon
The
one.
the the paste, the tube is I only use that for dryers just to kind of cover the paint where I'm gonna braze,
Okay.
so I don't mess up the
Yeah.
paint on the dryer. Right? You don't have those burn marks. The
Hmm.
spray is like on odd end items. So this was like foam insulation on a cooler. So that shit just
Nice. I ain't even.
immediately caught
Now,
fire,
now
and I sprayed
when
it.
you spray it though, do you wipe it like to
No,
spread
I
it
just
out, or you
sprayed the
just?
shit out of it.
All right.
And I think
I do have a.
when it heats up, it gets a little thicker too. Like it'll gel up.
Okay.
So it did really well. I was surprised
All
because like I
right.
had my new guys with me and they got kind of scared, and then I sprayed that stuff, and like one of the older one, because there were two of the new ones. The older one was like, oh, he was trying to train the younger one a little bit because there's an age difference there. He's like he's just sprayed it with
Yeah.
that's just water. He just sprayed it with water. Then he's gonna keep it wet, and I could hear him. And then I finished. I'm like, that is not water. Do not try that with water. That is a gel specifically for it. If you guys want to go get it, pick it up, whatever. This
Yeah.
is what I use, right? So I was like, it's made specifically for this situation.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
used to
try
always
water
use
and
the
then cause a
thermo
freaking
paste.
fire.
Yeah, exactly. I used to always use the tube,
I
but
didn't know about that one.
got into the solder weld one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's new Calgon.
Yeah, it is. Thermal Trap is like that
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
Solder Weld, I love their products. I love their brazing rods. The blanket is cool, but I kind of messed it up really quick. I asked them about version 2. They're having a little bit of
Hmm.
issues producing it or something with manufacturing, so it's delayed. But I'm excited for that new brazing blanket, right? The original one,
Hmm.
my magnets came out. I burned a hole through it. Like it's good.
Yeah.
You might need to buy it a couple times, right? Um,
Hmm.
but I don't like the hot block. It is a little
Okay.
too messy. It leaves your hands all blue. I don't know.
It does. I use my latex gloves, right? The black gloves. But I do like, yeah, it does like, especially when you wet it down, right? So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that is a pro tip. If you feel like it makes a mess or it's crumbly or anything like that, just add water to it because you'd rather have it like hold more water, and that's how it's gonna be like
hmm.
more like clay, and it's gonna stick to the valve. So if you need to, just add water to it, right? That with any of the brands, and that will help
Yeah.
tremendously. But I will admit, I use a lot of just towels. I did that today with the TXV
Yeah.
valves. I just wrapped it in a towel.
I used a towel on that side discharge. So it all works, you know.
You got to have
Got that
those
quick fire flame.
signature black marks.
Of course. And if you don't, did you even, bruh?
Don't want to wait. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, Brian, what's up? Kind of late.
Hey, there he is. B. Ryoroni.
No comment. I don't know if you can read it.
Got green helpers making video. Facts. Nah, it's true though. Like, yeah. No comment, right?
This is what I'm worried about a little bit because Jason's keeps it real. He's like, there's so many channels, little watered down. It's the same shit over and over. I don't need to watch the 10,000th person replace a capacitor.
Or Jason. I mean, that's all I do, bro. I'm just a resi guy, bro. You know, I'm a bit of a loser. Okay, I try to make things fun. There's only a few components I deal with, you know.
Here's another blower motor.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I was gonna film. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like,
All
I'm,
right.
I'm a loser. That's how
Yeah, we
about
got
me,
a pretty good crowd here. Appreciate everybody for coming in. Did you have anything else you wanted to end on?
bro. No, we all got somebody to make it home to. Everybody.
You know, Gil still has his show now. You can't steal it.
Yeah. You know what? Shout out to Gilbert.
Slim was on there this week.
I saw that. I meant to get on there last night, but they did it late. I'm in bed by 9, bro. Like after this, I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. Um, thank you for
I
all.
think
Thank you for all. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And next week we'll have a cool intro. We're gonna write something up slick. So be ready.
I think I got everything I wanted to get off my chest. I think I'm good.
That was a good one, man. You did. I was proud of you, man.
I was pissed.
I want names though. I'm waiting. You got
They,
your
they have
receipts.
a
It's all good.
they have a weird name too. Um,
Stupid
I think
name.
that
Somebody said that in the video, bro. Like, they're like, yo, that B's lame anyways. I was like, it was just funny, bro. I was like, all right. Y'all have a
all
safe
right.
weekend. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Let me find the
Hit
outro.
it, bro. Hit it.
Remember, there's a delay. I already
Hit it.
clicked it. I'm waiting.
Are
I'm
we still
waiting.
here?